Deshaun has a very high capacity for knowledge and learning, and so I think last year he went out just learning the offense and did a lot of things naturally. And I think now this year he understands the offense even better than he did last year. And really he's kind of becoming a master of the offense, a coach on the field. He's able to go up and check plays at the line and get us into the right protections. And, and a lot of that has to do with the meeting room with Coach Streeter, the communication they have. But that's really where we've challenged Deshaun to kind of take it to the next level, is really kind of be that voice on the field, be that coach on the field, and know when he can change things and get us in the right call. And I think that's something that he has a very high capacity to be able to do things like that.
The other night, Darrell Berry had to go get the last player off the field, and that was Garrett Williams, and it's something I've seen quite a bit. Have you seen a freshman with that kind of work ethic?
Yeah, we've had a few freshmen come through the last few years that are kind of special and different than your average freshman coming in. And Garrett's a guy, and I think maybe a lot of people were surprised as we started throwing his name out, the first week or two of fall camp. But he's a guy that's very focused, and I think he'll be ready for his opportunity. Obviously, getting in a game and having the game experience and all that's going to be very beneficial for him. But he's a hard worker, and I would say there probably haven't been many tight ends that have come in that we've felt as comfortable putting them right out there game one. As we've had some receivers obviously and some other skill guys, but I think he's probably one of the first tight ends in a while that's come in and done so well in fall camp that we feel like we can put him out there and let him go in the first game.
Where does he fit in right now? Is it more of a blocker? Can he catch pass? I mean, where does he fit in?
We he can do a lot of things. I think he's a versatile guy. He's sometimes at that position you get a guy that's more of a receiver, and then sometimes you have a guy that's maybe more of a blocker. And really what you're looking for is a guy like Dwayne Allen that can really do both, and you don't have to make substitutions. And he's definitely not Dwayne Allen at this point, but I do think he does everything we're asking. He has the potential to do all of those type of things, and so that's beneficial. And he'll be involved in our short yardage game as well. And but we'll see how he does. He's just a freshman, and we'll see how he does when he gets out there and live bullets are going. But he's being used as a regular three-back in a lot of different situations right now.
From a coach's perspective, does it affect the way you challenge your guys mentally and with the game plan when you're not facing a ranked opponent the first week or a big road game or something like that?
Well, I think the thing that got our guys' attention in 2011 when we played Wofford, we had 8 of our 11 offensive starters went on to play in the NFL. Many of those guys are still playing, but we had 8 of the 11 that have at least played at some point in the NFL. Taj Boyd, Andre Ellington, DeAndre Hopkins, Jerron Brown, Sammy Watkins, Dwayne Allen, Big McLean, offensive line, and then Dalton Freeman. So we had 8 of 11 guys that went on to play in the NFL. We're losing at halftime and going in the fourth quarter, it's a 1-point game, and we end up winning by 8. And so I think our guys were surprised to see that. And so we've watched that 2011 video, and I mean, every time we scored and every time we got the ball back, Wofford's back up in a lead, and it was a dogfight to the very end. So the big emphasis on our guys has been, it's not about the opponent that we're playing, it's about our execution. Coach Sweeney says it all the time, we're playing Clemson 12 times. We feel like we're talented enough that if we go out, execute, and take care of our business, that it doesn't matter who we play, and that's the mentality that we want our guys to have. But I think it was a little eye-opening for those guys to watch that video from 2011. A lot of players that they know that have all gone off the NFL, and we didn't execute that day, and we weren't very sharp. And I think that we feel the last few years we've started off pretty good in game one. Our guys have been focused, ready to play. I know they'll be excited, but it's really not about who we play, it's about how we play. And that's something Coach Sweeney's done a really good job of sending that message to our players over the last 4 years.
Do you remember the booze?
At halftime, I do remember the booze. Coach Morris, we talked about that the other night, coming off the field at Wofford. But going back watching that game, there's a lot of very poor execution. And so I think our guys will be focused. They're excited, and they know they work so hard year round, just like all the college football players do, and you get so few opportunities. And so there's really no weeks to take a week off. And I think the fact that it's our first game is really going to help us because our guys are excited and been ready to get out there and play again.
Has Trevion Thompson maintained his high level of play the last week or two?
Yeah, he has. You know, he's been sharp. He's got things he wants to continue to improve on. I thought he had a really good day today. And, you know, my big challenge to him is I've seen improvement in practice, and now we got to carry that over to the game and be able to see that improvement there. But I'm really pleased with where Trevion is and hope he'll get some good opportunities next Saturday.